firmly believe that if you get up off your butt, go outside, put the effort in and shoot the video, you're going to see the return. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but if you stay consistent and start producing quality content and be valuable to your shoppers, you'll see the return in the end.
Now, your weekly dose of inspiration, perspiration, and just the right amount of bull defecation. The Get You Some Radio Show with your host, the Vice President of Making Shit Happen, Terry Lancaster.
Yum, yum, get you some. Welcome to the Get You Some Radio Show. I am Terry Lancaster, same as it ever was. Welcome back to another episode. And today I got a buddy of mine on the show here, Adam Thrasher, another Nashvilleian from right here in my hometown. And normally Adam and I get together and talk. We're going to be talking about, hot chicken recipes. We're going to be comparing the various franchises around Nashville and who's got the best hot chicken. And we're going to be talking about Nashville Predators. But we're not going to talk about Nashville Predators and hot chicken today, not for 30 minutes, and we're not going to waste your time with that stuff. I might keep Adam on the line a little bit longer so we can talk about that after you leave. But Adam and I are going to be talking about digital video marketing. Adam's a digital marketing consultant based here in town. He's been doing this for years, works with dealerships all over the country, and he's going to be talking at the Driving Sales Executive Summit coming up in Las Vegas in October. So he's got a lot to talk about why video is important to your digital marketing, the types of videos that you can be creating, and he's got some great tips on some apps that you can use to make video production easy peasy. We'll be back with Adam Thrasher to talk about all of that right after this.
Make more friends. Sell more cars. 97% of car shoppers say they would prefer to know their salesperson before they ever set foot in the dealership. People buy from people they know, like, and trust, and they refer their family and friends to people they know, like, and trust. Visit terrylancaster.org to learn how your sales staff can get more reviews, more referrals, and more repeat business by building better, stronger, more authentic relationships online and in real life. terrylancaster.org.
Hey, Adam, so I think I kind of lied. I'm going to put you on the hot spot real quick. We're going to do a quick round robin, lightning round answer, only one word answers. Prince's, Bolton's, or Hattie's, go.
Hattie's.
All right, Hattie B's for the hot chicken. Over, under, Eli Tolvaden, how many goals this year?
17.
17, pretty close. Then let's see, over, under, Pekka Rinne, how many games are you going to start this year, regular season?
Man, I'm going to go with half.
40-40. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we sound pretty good. We're on the same mind path. We got the same mind meld going pretty there. So good to see you. Welcome to the show, buddy. How you been?
You too. Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
All right. So you've been doing digital video. You've been doing digital marketing for a while. You work with a lot of dealerships here in town. You work with dealerships all over the country. I mean, I know video is kind of the thing, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm not 100% in on video. I mean, I recognize video is you have to be there, but I'm not convinced that video is the be all end all of everything in digital that a lot of people make it out to be. So sway me a little bit. Why is video so important to your marketing online?
So, long story short, and I'll kind of back up a little bit. Part of the my prowess or where I kind of got my start was using video to get attention at the dealerships where I worked at here in Nashville. We had basically no digital marketing budget, and I found YouTube as a way to get exposure and really own SEO in Nashville for our dealerships by going out and using video, and it was free. It just took a little bit of effort, and if I couldn't get any digital marketing dollars, I could certainly go outside and shoot a video. I was fortunate enough to have a staff with me that we got to shoot some video walkarounds of all the cars. We started doing some how-to videos, some customer testimonial videos. So, I read an article on Google Think today, and it was about how to get exposure and some engagement with your with your audience, and how-to videos was the first thing.
Right.
And, it's with video, you don't necessarily have to pay for it. right? I mean, you can put your stuff on YouTube. It works out really well for SEO if you title the video properly, if you got good quality content. And the thing I like about video the best is that it allows you to tell your story. Whether you're a salesperson doing a walk around in the car, you're a salesperson, you're trying to tell somebody why to do business with you, from a dealership's perspective, why do business at the dealership. So, I mean, video, it's so much better than just pictures or just static ads, because again, it allows you to tell your story.
Mm-hmm.
Did I sway you?
Well, absolutely. All of those things you said are absolutely true. I believe that. I know that YouTube, especially, it's the second largest search engine in the world, and it affects Google searches so well because things end up in there. So you're absolutely right from a title tag perspective. And if you title stuff in right, you're going to start showing up in Google searches. I'll tell you my only hesitation. I mean, I love video. Obviously, I do. The Get You Some radio show is misnamed because it's completely a video show, because I wanted a video component to it. So I know video has to be there. The thing that I'm not 100% sure about video is actually Facebook advertising. So many people, and two things on Facebook actually: Facebook advertising and Facebook Lives. Everybody in the world wants to do a live video right now, and I think there's probably a little overemphasis on that than what needs to be. And the second thing is everyone wants to put video in their ads, because you get told that video in your advertising is going to increase your click-through rates and lower your cost per click. And I found that it actually doesn't. It actually increases my cost per clicks and lowers my click-through rates, or maybe doesn't lower my click-through rates so much as it increases my cost per click, because Facebook charges people more to look at it.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think there's plenty. Absolutely, I think there's a lot that can be done with video, and video does allow you to tell the story. And I think that's so big especially in automotive marketing, is because so much of it is done color by numbers, and telling your story, whether it's your personal story or your business's story or dealership story, that allows you to differentiate yourself in a lot of different ways. So if you're convinced in video and you're ready to jump in, what are some of the videos that you can start making that are going to make a big difference for you right off the bat?
So, I mean, there's several. Obviously, the one of the first things I would do is start shooting walk around video and just point out features, advantages, and benefits about the vehicles that you're selling. For your salesperson, and focus on the car. Like the one thing that I see a lot of on Facebook, especially, and I'm a member of a bunch of different groups, is there's a lot of salespeople, and don't take this the wrong way, but they're trying to brand themselves, and they're doing all the talking, and it's all about them. And that's great. I appreciate that. But from a shopper's perspective, one, shoppers don't like car salesmen. They don't like buying cars. So if you could try to take it off a little bit of you and focus on the vehicle or the service that you provide, I think you're going to do a lot better. So walk around videos first and foremost, customer testimonial videos. So do a customer testimonial video and have a script or some talking points to ask the customer, what it was that they liked about the experience, what brought them to the store, what other vehicles were they considering in their shopping process, and try to get the customer talking. I see a ton of testimonial videos online that the salesperson doing all the talking. Well, that's not really a testimonial if the salesperson's doing all the talking. So involve the customer, get them, ask open-ended questions. And then absolutely, you want to start, responding to internet leads with video, because it's different than all the other guys. And there's a ton of video software out there. There's apps that you can pay for. There's free apps. You can use whatever you want. But if you go to a customer and reply and answer their question first and foremost with a video, one, it humanizes the process. So the shopper on the other end of the line realize that there is, a real person. It's not just some robot responding to me. So, and then I'd start featuring, do how-to videos. If you've got some, all these cars out now have got tons of technology baked into them. I mean, we're almost driving around in spaceships. I mean, hell, a Tesla can drive itself.
Yeah.
So if you can feature on those how-tos, talk about the technology, and just provide value. And that's the biggest, most important thing that I would say. Whatever video you're going to do, try to provide value to the person that's watching it.
So let's start there. You mentioned a couple different things there, and there's a couple of different avenues that we can go down. But you talked about video response, and what that is when a customer lead comes in, or you're talking to someone. I mean, just like just like in the Jetsons, you have a video phone that you can talk to people. You have a chance, instead of sending a text message or a voice message, you can send a video message. And you mentioned that there are a couple of different apps that you can use to send that. What apps have you used? What apps do you like?
So, yeah, I mean, obviously, everybody's phone has got a video camera on it. So you can just use a native, video app on your phone, or there's some paid services out there like Car Film is a really good one that'll work really well with your CRM. BombBomb is another really good one. There's a couple of them out there that you can do that. But as far as free, I mean, just use the native video app on your phone, whether it be an iPhone or Android or whatever, and just upload that video into your CRM. Mm-hmm. And that way the customer gets it, when they open it, because it's coming from your CRM. If your dealership's not going to pay for something like a Car Film or like a BombBomb. Yeah.
But when it goes through the CRM, it's going to come in as an email, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So email, so what would, but they come in as a link or as a GIF, or how does?
So with some of those videos, I mean, or with the video platform like Car Film or BombBomb, you see the video embedded into the email itself.
Yeah.
So the customer, when it sees it, they can tell that it is the video, and they're more likely to open it rather than just it's attachment or whatnot.
Yeah. One thing I've actually started doing is I actually record quick video responses, 30-second video responses, 45-second video responses, and I attach them as in either as a text message where they show up as a video that people can open, or actually in Facebook Messenger where they show up as a video people can open. It's not CRM compliant. It doesn't go in through your CRM. So if you're using that, I mean, that's a chance to send some free videos that are in a platform that people use and show up as a video instead of a link.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if you've already started conversation with a customer, by all means, text them video, Messenger, Instagram. I mean, there's so many different, Snapchat, there's so many different ways that you can communicate with people nowadays that, I mean, the sky's the limit.
So I was in a training class actually this morning. I just got back in it. I was working with the dealership and training them, and was talking to their salespeople about creating videos. And literally, I thought a couple of the people were going to faint. They were going to fall out in the floor. The idea of producing a video, and we see so many salespeople who are doing it day in and day out over it, so that we forget that there are some people out there who literally are panic stricken at the idea of creating a video for two reasons. One, they don't want to get on camera. They don't, they're bashful, they're camera shy, they're whatever. There's that to overcome. And there's also the technology to overcome if you're not 100% comfortable with the idea of shooting video and editing video and making video look good, and how to hold the camera and how to get the light right. What suggestions do you have for someone who's maybe a little terror stricken at the idea of stepping in front of their camera, for one, on a personal level, and then from the technology standpoint, how can we do something that doesn't make us look like idiots?
So the first question, I'll definitely answer that. If you are camera shy, just start shooting like walk around type videos and be behind the camera. And realize this: the first video that you shoot is probably going to suck, but it's like trying to ride a bike. The first time you try to ride a bike, you're probably going to fall, but you get up, you try again, you do it over and over and over. And, eventually you're a pro, or, at least can ride without falling down. So, I mean, with video, the more you do it, the better you'll get. When I was still at the dealership, I had the same thing whenever we decided we were going to start doing video walkarounds on all of our cars. My merchandiser was just freaked out. What am I going to say? I'm going to sound like a dumbass. He was just freaked out. And, I was like, look, we're going to do this. Just go out there. Don't worry about the first week. The first week, it'll just be practice, but take advantage of some of the groups on Facebook. Like if you're unsure of yourself, or you don't know what you're doing, or I mean, there's so many groups on Facebook that you can post a video up there, ask for feedback, ask for comments. But yeah, I mean, if you're shy, just get over it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a car salesman, you got to talk to people anyway. So you're probably not that shy, or otherwise you're not doing very good.
Right.
I mean, you had Ali Rita on, a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I can't imagine how many people that guy talks to every day.
Yeah.
And, he's certainly not afraid to ask questions or open up. So, I mean, if you're going to be in the car business, you got to be able to talk to people. So, whether you're talking face to face, or you're on a webinar, you're on a phone shooting video or whatever, you got to get over that fear.
Hey, let me.
But to your second question there, what apps?
Before we jump into this, to the apps, let me tell you a little thing that I do. I mean, I think people forget if you're talking to a camera, you're just actually talking to the people on the other side of the camera. And as I'm sitting here talking to you, in order to convince myself not to look down at my computer monitor so that I can see you, and then I'm not making eye contact with the camera, I actually painted eyeballs on my camera. Actually. I've got a magazine clip out of bright shining blue eyes right here on my camera to remind me to make eye contact with the camera and remind me that there's actual people, and try to sound like I'm having a conversation instead of reading a script. So I think that's the important thing, is to remember that it's the same as talking to people. You just there's the camera in between you, but there's always people on the other side of it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And like I said, I mean, the first couple of videos that you do, you're probably not going to be comfortable. You're not going to feel good about it, but, just keep going. That's you keep doing it, right? Just keep shooting. And if you screw up, whatever, start over. It's just, the more you do it, the better you'll get.
And the technology.
So there's a lot of really cool apps out there. I'm an iPhone guy. Hopefully nobody out there is going to shoot me because of it. There's a lot of big debate between iPhone and Android. But I find on iPhone, there's a lot of really cool video apps. The one that I really like on iPhone especially is called Clips. It's actually made by Apple. I use that to submit my application to driving sales. Mm-hmm. It's got some really cool backgrounds. The editing is super easy. Other than that, there's it really depends on how much editing you want to do. There's Filmic Pro is a really nice app that works with external mics. It's got separate audio gain controls on it. So you can plug a high-end, like a Rode high-end mic, external mic, because, the one thing that I'll say about the video is your audio's got to be good.
Yeah.
The video quality itself I don't think is as important as the audio quality. So go invest in a decent microphone. Rode makes some really nice microphones that you can get on Amazon for $60 or $70. They come with windscreens. That way, if you're outside shooting a video walk around and it's windy, you're not going to hear it. They're also directional, so you're not going to hear any of the ambient noise. I'm trying to think the other apps that I use as far as video. I mean, iMovie works really well. Adobe's got Spark Video. I'm just looking at my phone here, the different video apps. Perfect Video is a really good one. And then Quick. I like Perfect Video because it allows you to edit in vertical. So, one of the things that I, will be talking about at DSCS is shooting in vertical video or in vertical format, because so many people are on their mobile device when they're online.
Right.
And in order to provide a better, customer experience, you want the full screen. Look at apps like Instagram or Snapchat, Instagram TV, it's fully vertical.
Right.
So to see that, that nice full screen, video is pretty handy. And that app's pretty cool. It allows you to upload logos so you can brand your videos. It's pretty slick.
But whether to shoot in horizontal, in landscape or portrait mode, that's the ongoing debate, and it changes on a weekly basis, and it depends almost entirely on where you want to put the end product. Like Facebook's lives are done in vertical, but Facebook advertising, are done in portrait. So you have to be cognizant of where the end product is going to go when you start shooting the stuff.
Yep. Yeah. It really depends on the medium where you're going to be posting it.
Right.
And also I think the duration of the video.
Yeah.
If you're going to go shoot a 10-minute video, a real nice in-depth walk around, then I definitely would say, something you're going to post on YouTube, something that somebody may watch on the desktop, probably want to shoot in landscape. But if it's just a short video, replying to a customer or whatnot, I would, probably go ahead and just shoot vertical.
Are there any apps, any of those editing apps that you mentioned, do any of those work on Android, or they're all for our Apple brethren?
So I think the Perfect Video app is available on Android. I know the Filmic Pro app is as well.
Yeah.
I believe Quick is too.
Yeah.
So Quick is used to be a standalone, but GoPro bought them a year or two ago.
Yeah. So, and do you know, does anyone use, you used to be, 3 years ago, I bought a DSLR camera so I could shoot some videos. And then all of a sudden my phone camera became almost just as good as my DSLR camera. Is there any reason to have a DSLR camera or a good camera, or is your phone good enough for almost everything?
I mean, me personally, I think your phone is just about good enough for everything, unless you want to do some really, really high end, overproduced, video. I've got a couple of buddies that work at dealerships, and they've got the cameras, DSLRs. I've got a buddy, Steve Black, up in Calgary. He works at a Ford store, and the guy's probably got $30,000 or $40,000 worth of equipment, teleprompters and all that. But they shoot a lot of video. I mean, they basically have an in-house studio, and that works for them.
Right.
But I think for the masses, cell phone, just fine. I mean, it's amazing. Some of the new cameras on, the new Samsung devices, new iPhones. It's, these things, they shoot in 4K. So all you've got is a camera and a decent mic. I think you'd be all right. The other thing I definitely recommend is get a tripod. Even something just $20 from work. I've got my studio mic here is just sitting on a $20 mic that I got, or a $20 tripod here that I got from Walmart, and it works really well, especially if it's just you out there shooting.
Yeah.
You want a nice stable environment. You don't want to be like this the whole time, trying to go around and shoot your video. That's the other thing that I would say to salespeople is, even if you rubber band your phone to a stapler and put it on a hood of a car, have a stable environment so the shopper or the viewer who's watching the video doesn't get seasick watching your video because it's so shaky.
Have you used the Smooth monopod?
So I know the one you're talking about. I've actually got here, let me pull this thing up real quick. Sorry, I went off camera.
Yeah,
I've got one of these. I bought this thing probably 3 or 4 years ago. It's a gimbal that to hold my phone still, but you can see it's got a ton of dust on it.
Right.
And it stays in this box.
Yeah. So you never used it.
I never use it. The one thing that I do use is by a company, Iographer. They've got some really nice cases that your smartphone will snap into. You can hold them vertically or horizontally, either way. The phone just snaps right in. It's got some cold shoe mounts that you can plug a light in, plug a microphone in. Mm-hmm. Those work really well.
So I'm going to ask you another question to put you on a hot spot. You can answer this to any degree of depth that you want to. So let's say you're a salesperson, or you're a dealer, or you're at the dealership, and you start putting yourself out there on video, or you start doing the personal branding that everyone's trying to do right now, and you put yourself out there. One of the things I like to tell people is, if you want to keep your face in front of everyone, you need to keep your nose clean. Do you have anything to say about that?
Hopefully I don't have anything in my nose, but yeah, I mean, keep your nose clean, just be professional. The one thing that I see, I see salespeople wearing sunglasses a lot on videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, it's sunny outside, but when you're shooting a video, I think you ought to be looking in the camera's lens without sunglasses interfering. So, I mean, keep it professional. I mean, I see a lot of Gary Vee videos that he's dropping F-bombs left and right, but obviously if you're trying to, represent a dealership or create a brand, you probably don't want to go that direction because not everybody's Gary Vee.
Right.
So
there's only one Gary Vee, and there's only one you, which is just as powerful. So if you'll be yourself, but the quote I use is always be yourself unless you suck. So if you suck, don't suck, and be your best. And then you go back to the Ali Rita interview I did a couple weeks ago. He said, be your best self. Always be your best self. You be who you are on your best day. So try to think of it that way. Just be 100% you, but be your best you.
Absolutely.
All right, so here's the point of the show. We promise everyone they're going to get one action step. If they'll spend 20, 25 minutes watching the show, listening to me jibber jabber with my friends, they're going to walk away with one thing that they can put into action today, one step that they can take to create health, happiness, and or prosperity in their life, in their business, in their career, whatever they can do. So Adam, give us one step that as soon as people put down their phones today, they can get started on something to get the ball rolling.
So this is going to be the easiest thing that anybody has ever said on your show. And I'm not going to tell them to put their phones down, but pick their phones up, pull it out of your pocket, go outside, open the camera, and start shooting. Yeah. Literally, that's all you got to do. Just start shooting.
Go shoot something.
That's it. It's really worth it. I mean, I gave a speech at Driving Sales. Gosh, I think it was in 2013, and I came up with my own quote. I don't know if it's original or not, but it was ROE, return on effort.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that if you get up off your butt, go outside, put the effort in, and shoot the video, you're going to see the return. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but if you stay consistent and start producing quality content and be valuable to your shoppers, you'll see the return in the end.
All right, brother. How if we needed to get in touch with you, if you had any questions about equipment, how to shoot video, which gimbals that we need to buy, how does everyone get in touch with you?
Yeah, so my email is really simple. It's adam@r22.io, and my cell phone is 615-972-0098. I'm on Twitter @Adam Thrasher. Look me up on Facebook. You can see me doing the Running Man in my profile video. So yeah.
And if you come to Nashville, look for Adam at Hattie B's.
Let's go have some hot chicken.
All right, brother. Any parting words?
Oh, just like I said, just go shoot video. Don't worry about, being silly or being afraid of the camera. Just go do it and you'll get better. I promise.
All right, man. I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today. Let me know how I can help. That'll be good. Everyone have a great day.
Get You Some Radio. You've been listening to the Get You Some Radio Show. Subscribe today at terrylancaster.tv to hear more episodes, win valuable cash and prizes, and get free training to help you create an army of buyers who know, like, and trust you before they've ever even met you. It's a big, wide world, boys and girls. Get out there and get you some.